All I wanted was to fix my life. Now I have the power to fix history.
This summer, be prepared to be woke.
And I'm not waiting centuries for people to get woke when I've got the power to speed things up.
In a world with no side boom and time travel is possible, where monetization is pushed to its limits, and Jax frees the slaves. Nothing will prepare you for this year's sure-to-be winner of Best Film.
We want to thank you for this award.
Join Jax as he goes back in time and makes things right. This summer, don't miss Back to the Wokeness.
Guys, it looks like the fatality today is being done on Mortal Kombat, okay? It seems like they are the ones that are getting a bit of a brutality to the head, and I never actually expected Mortal Kombat to be in this situation.
Yeah,
personally.
we reviewed Mortal Kombat earlier this week, and our thumbnail, I thought we were pretty proud of that thumbnail, because it was
Oh, yeah, I remember now, yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
And we basically, as soon as we played it, we're like, this is a cool game.
Totally.
Fucking loved it, had a great time with it.
But we spent a lot of time in that review speaking about what to potentially be wary of.
Yes.
And it seems like a lot of people have felt the same way.
And it does seem like Mortal Kombat 11 has collapsed in a heap, unfortunately. The critical sort of reception to it has been very strong. The user reception to it has been really bad. People fucking hate this game for a variety of reasons. We should probably go through some of them now. So there's really three reasons why Mortal Kombat is currently sitting on a 3.0 user score on Metacritic the last time we checked.
Is that as bad as Anthem? I think Anthem was better than that.
Yeah, I remember like Fallout 76 being 2.7.
Yeah, something like that.
So there's three reasons, okay? The first one is like the boobie gate, okay?
Yes.
People are really upset that Mortal Kombat
Didn't have enough boobies.
didn't have enough boobies hanging, but like guys had their shirts off, but women didn't have their shirts off, so whatever. Personally, I think that's pretty fucking dumb.
You can't win these days,
It's like,
you know?
you
You
can't
have
win.
nothing on and shit, and everyone's like, what the hell's going on here? I can see the boobs. Now the boobs are gone, everyone's like, what the hell's happening? I can't see the boobs. You just can't win.
Yeah, exactly. So, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Ah, so true.
It's just, yeah. So, personally, I feel like the character design in this Mortal Kombat's really excellent.
And then there was Mortal Wokebat, okay? There was the
that was
wokeness of Mortal Kombat, everybody.
So there's an ending where Jax goes back in time in Mortal Kombat to like basically stop slavery before it happens, you know, to help like African Americans or whatever.
Sure.
A lot of people got really upset that this is like Mortal Kombat goes full woke and blah blah blah, and it's kind of just like, dude, it's just a little like random ending story at the end of it. I saw all these thumbnails that were like, you know, Mortal Kombat 11 promotes white genocide. You know, like, not even joking. Fully serious
That was
videos.
our next goddamn thumb.
It
Damn
was. So I really feel like that is pretty fucking stupid. It was just a little throwaway ending.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat is not preaching to anyone.
It's not
okay?
go woke, stay woke, go broke,
It's not
whatever
doing any
they
of that
say.
shit.
And look, and as you said on Twitter, like if someone made an ending of like Jax like smashing Hitler's face in or
Yes.
whatever, everyone would be like, that's fucking badass, you know? Like,
Now I have the power to fix history.
But they've definitely taken root within the community, and there's a lot of people really angry about
and
that.
that started, I feel like, the actual like, oh, let's get angry at Mortal Kombat.
Yes,
totally,
yes, definitely. But and then I think on the third thing, which would just happen when the game was released, was that people became very concerned about the monetization of the game. And it's a weirdly ironic situation because Mortal Kombat 11 is kind of like a grindy microtransaction-y game without the microtransactions.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing looks set up and framed like a mobile game with tons of currencies, heaps of grind, and lots of ways to skip that grind, but you can't actually buy many things to skip that grind. It looks like it is a game, like a mobile grind game, without the microtransactions. It doesn't make sense.
It looks like you walk into a casino that's just opened and no one's there yet.
No.
That's what it's like that.
Yeah, it looks like a fake casino. Like
Yes.
you walk in there and you're betting with not real money. You're like,
Yes.
what's the point of doing all this if we're not getting... Do you know what I mean? Like, so just to be super clear about how this works, it is a very grindy game in terms of unlocking the kind of cosmetic gear that you want, getting the right augment slots on that gear, leveling up that gear enough, getting the actual augments that you want. So from a gear perspective, it takes a long time to sort of configure stuff the way that you want it. There's also the Towers of Time, and these are really badly tuned, like super badly.
So badly tuned that Ed has actually gone on Twitter, Ed Boon, and is like, hey, you know what, we're going to fix this shit. We know it's pretty broken. So that's good. That is good to know.
The way the Towers worked was that like they would just provide all these shitty modifiers on you that made the fights essentially impossible unless you spam lots of consumables with a K, lol, and made the fight easier, or you skip them entirely, which is pretty shitty design, because it's like, why don't you make fights that I can do rather than fights that I want to skip, because that just sounds like garbage.
It's Mortal Kombat Sekiro. By the way, did you see that someone beat... There's a separate thing. Someone beat Sekiro on Donkey Kong bongos, and I can't even fucking beat this game, for God's sake.
Amazing.
But anyway, it is an extremely hard thing to be doing that in the Towers of Time.
Yep.
And it's good that they're going back to at least change it. And we should really say that Ed Boon and the team look like they are listening, and they do want to fix this game, but the outrage just seems like it's really getting out of control now.
There was a post recently on Reddit that said it would take like $6,400 plus 1 year to get every skin in Mortal Kombat. Now, that was not quite correct.
And Ed Boon quickly came on Twitter, was like, hey, by the way, this isn't true. So like, he is trying to get out there and actually speak to the community.
The way it works is that you can buy skins in Mortal Kombat and they rotate. You can also get those for free though from other sources. And you can't buy all the skins though, because some of them don't rotate. They have to be unlocked by certain means. So that post wasn't technically correct, but the fact is you can buy skins in Mortal Kombat. They do rotate daily. You can buy them with real money. So that's certainly a thing that people are aware of. And then they think, well, if you've got all this random loot and it's all hidden behind this massive grind for coins and everything, then, you know, you're encouraging me, you're incentivizing me to spend money. And then Ed Boon's come out and said it's not his intention to make people spend money, and they're going to tweak the economy.
I feel like, you know, it's a real shame too, because it is a fantastic game. Pardon me. It is a fantastic game. It's done, in my books, I think it's done the best it could have possibly done mechanically for Mortal Kombat. It's a real shame that the whole thing has been taken over by two things. You know, politics, like the woke stuff or the booby shit, and also, you know, monetization. Like, it's completely dominated this conversation. But I really look at this and go, that's the risk you take now with this monetization. Like, it becomes the centerpiece of the discussion if you really kind of implement stuff that make people go, well, I don't know if I can trust this game. You know?
Yeah, but I think it's a really interesting case specifically because you can't buy the level skip tokens that make the Towers of Time easier yet. You can't buy XP boosters for your gear yet. You can't buy any of the coins that you need to be able to do a lot of stuff in the game yet. So, but the thing is, as gamers, we've seen all these systems before in mobile games, in premium games. We look at all of
AAA
this
full price games.
Correct. We look at all of these currencies and we think we know exactly what you're going to do with that. If you've added a XP booster token, one day you're going to sell me that token.
Sure.
So yeah, Ed Boon's right when he's saying, hey, you can't buy it, relax. But I think we're also right to be very skeptical and say, well, when will you make it so that we do need to buy it?
Yeah, I think that if you really look at, if we hadn't seen such a monetization, just, you know, shitstorm in the last 3 or 4 years, fine. A lot of people would be like, oh, I love this game. This is so great what they've done. And no one would question this. But the bottom line is, Ed Boon's in the industry. He knows what's been going on. He must have known that if he's going to be implementing these things, it's going to be really questioned, you know? And number two, if you're putting these kind of grindy situations in place, I mean, it just seems like logically also, like, it only takes a flick of a switch for this shit to come around in a month or two.
And like, I just read a headline this morning, actually, that was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has become the highest selling fighting game of all time.
No, of course, it's the fucking best ever.
But this is the thing, right? Look at Smash. Okay, yeah, they've got some DLC for additional characters. Fair enough.
Perfect example, actually, because look, there's 73 characters at the get-go, right? There is 6 characters that you can buy. 5 of them are in a fighter pack, and 1 is Piranha. You can just get him, you know, after the game pretty much. No, it's not free, you gotta pay for him. But, you know, it just seems like that is the right way of doing it, because you get all the skins. There's no skin shit. There's no freaking grindy crap, right? The only thing you gotta grind is the characters, and it's in-game. It feels like the whole thing is a complete package.
You just unlock them so easily.
You have to play 10. Yeah, you gotta play 10 minutes of the game, then turn it off and turn it back on, right? But yeah, it's really annoying.
It's stupid.
But like, I think that's monetization done right, because it feels like they're going, have all of this, and by the way, look, here's like 4 or 5 characters. If you want them, cool. But like, the tipping scale has been in the favor of the consumer, and that's what they need to do with fighting games or games in general.
Yeah, the overwhelmingly positive sentiment about Super Smash Brothers is just, it's out of this world, and the game is incredible. Like, it's just a phenomenal piece of entertainment that they've made there, and no one has a bad word to say about it. And you compare that with something like Mortal Kombat 11, which is a really great game as well, but like, no one likes this game.
Yeah,
like 3.0 on Metacritic, despite all their hard work, because of all this extra bullshit.
And I think it's going to be a really good lesson. I know we've seen a lot of lessons in the last couple of years when it comes to monetization, but I mean, it's just like we saw with Star Wars Battlefront 2. Sure, that was a pay-to-win garbage game, but the bottom line is no one really spoke about how good the game's mechanics were because it was all about the monetization, right? And this is a very similar situation. Yes, this is not pay-to-win, but the whole discussion is around the wokeness or the boobies, or of course, the most of it now is about the monetization. And I worry that it's not going to escape it. Mortal Kombat is not going to escape this monetization because, again, at any moment they can turn this on. It's hard for the consumer to really trust what's going to happen with this game. And I think that this game is going to sadly sit at that low score on Metacritic, And the other thing is, with Mortal Kombat 12, like, dude, everyone's going to be really poised now to be like, what is this game? What are you guys doing with that? Before, who was thinking about monetization with Mortal Kombat 11? Well, everyone was just excited for that game. But now, the brand is tarnished, I think. Definitely. Maybe for good, Well,
we'll see, obviously. I mean, there's a lot of time between now and the next Mortal Kombat. There's a lot of work that NetherRealm Studios can do.
Sure.
They have a lot of goodwill with their community that they can leverage.
Do, yeah.
I certainly wish nothing but the best for the game because of how good it is and because they've made a great product here. But we'll see how that journey unfolds, and we will keep you updated.
We will, people.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Young out, I guess.
Finish him.
Oh, God.